Hey, so the recording didn't it sort of ended accidentally hit the wrong key, but can still continue. So I figured out what the issue was. One of my mods that
In
I had
time,
installed.
you will know the tragic extent of my
Oh
failings.
Jesus, not again! God damn it. One of the mods didn't load properly because one of the DLCs that I have, the DLC Court the Crimson Court DLC I don't have it loaded for this campaign. So when I clicked on the Nomad Wagon, it didn't it was a little broken, but that's okay. So this essentially is the Nomad Wagon lets us buy things. We can also this is the jeweler. He also sells trinkets, but this is specifically like DLC stuff. And some of this stuff may not look normal. That's because it's been altered by one of the um, whatchamacalls it, uh, mods I have. But like most buildings in town, uh, oh wait, my cursor's still broken? God damn it. I even set the proper text, god damn, okay, well, I'll have to look at that between recordings, but, you can essentially upgrade stuff for these. This is the whole point of what these are important for. These let you upgrade different things, and they give you a total percentage of what it's upgraded to. And so for like this one, this is increasing number of trinkets available to 4, and this is reduced trinkets cost by 10%. The current moment would no way of being able to afford this, but like this is like a rare thing that gives us +8 dodge, +1 speed, but -10 accuracy to range skills. So let's say we were melee only, we could like not have to worry about the negative effect this is providing. Okay. Stagecoach, this is very important.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws,
This is
fools
where we get new
and
people every
corpses.
week.
All will
Yeah,
find their way
we're
to
gonna
us
probably
now that the
want
road is
to
clear.
increase the number of heroes that we can get in every week. You always, I think, get a Vestal and a Plague and a Witch, a Plague Doctor. Uh, we'll increase that by 1. Okay, for next week, and to 4.
Rarities and curios. Sold at a profit,
Okay, and
of
then with
course.
Embark we can leave. Okay, but that's the Stagecoach. You get new heroes. This is the Tavern. You can get Stress Relief. Sanitarium is for curing diseases, because essentially our people can get diseases. Currently they have none. They can get them and they can be cured there, as well as getting either locking good quirks or removing bad quirks. So like this guy's, he has quick reflexes, +2 speed, hard knock-in, +15 stun resist, and assassin, +5% damage versus crit. So if you notice, we didn't get all of these at the end of last round. Sometimes they just start with quirks. And so like usually if you have like a couple different people in the stagecoach that you want to get, and they're like of the same class, you usually want to look for which one has better quirks. This one is -15% damage versus marked, -5% crit versus marked. That is bad, but we don't particularly care because we're a healer mostly for the Vestal. This is blight resist if health is below 50%. That's whatever. Savage Hater, damage versus beast, damage versus damage versus beast and human, and stress versus beast and human. Okay, that's pretty good. Cove Explorer plus 10% scouting chance in the cove, and sedated -15% damage and health above 75%. Yes, sometimes they have like weird quirks, but the Abbey also gets rid of stress. Guild, this lets us upgrade our skills, and Blacksmith lets us upgrade our weapons and armor for the people. And over here, this lets us essentially unlock more camping skills. And camping skills are, on longer missions, you're given a campfire that lets you 1 point throughout the mission essentially take a second to breathe and heals everyone a little bit and lets you use camping skills. So like you have a certain amount of action points during a camping skill or during a camping session. And so like this is time cost 3, this time cost 1. I think you have 12 points total. And so sometimes you can heal, sometimes you can get rid of diseases, sometimes you can get rid of stress. It's supposed to like help you like essentially regain your footing like once or possibly even twice depending on how long the mission is. Okay. And okay, let's embark to the one thing we have. I'm gonna get a bleed stone, some crests, and some gold for this, and a request is to explore 90% of rooms. So since this is a short mission, we will have 0 campfires available, but we will have this. And whenever you have a a group, sometimes they have named groups. So like this one is called the usual suspects, and that's because like almost everyone does this. But also you could do it like this. Red Hook. Red Hook is the name of the studio who makes the game. But this we can see like also like what other the total amount of skills they have available. We can't unlock them yet because we don't have access to the building that lets us do that. But what we can see is their preferred position. So essentially this allows us to see where all their skills can be used from and where they affect. So this allows us to hit the enemy back line, this allows us to hit the front line, this heals, well it cures blinded or bleed. And this emboldening vapor, it buffs a guy. And then this is, they can be used, so this is stuns and adds a little bit to the torch, heals the target, heals everyone. So this heals the target for medium amount, heals everyone for a little bit amount. As Hand of Light, this just does some damage, but can only be used from the front 2 positions. Well, I won't be able to use that, but that's fine. We're going to try to get this skill not there anymore. We're going to try to give them another skill to use so that we can put them in the back and not be like not able to use like all of their skills. Okay. I mean sometimes
The cost of preparedness measured now in
yeah, okay.
gold.
Sometimes you are able to, they're like they're moves that let you move forward or backwards. So sometimes you don't necessarily want to have moves that you can only use in certain positions. So like if you, let's say you're in let's say you're in like the last position, like the 4th position, and you have an ability that moves you forward 1, then you maybe want moves that can like you could use in the 3rd position but not necessarily in the 4th, depending on like how good they are, kind of thing. And then this lets us prepare for a round. So probably want a shovel. And also during this you can just buy and sell things. You're not going to be like worried about like, oh, I can't sell it back for the same price. But this is fine. We're going to the ruins. So I think ruins have some bleed chance. And you always carry some keys with you. And we just want a holy water. And we want, I don't know, maybe like 8, like 10 torches. I don't really know. But we definitely want some shovels, and this seems about right. That's just the bark. Much food. Since we don't have a campfire, the main reason why you bring food is for campfires. Because if you camp, you can choose to consume different levels of food. So like if you choose to consume 0 food, you'll actually take damage. So the more food you consume, though, the more health you get and the more stress relief you get. So I'll bring a little bit of food to help heal up my guys. I'll bring 6 food just to heal them up a little bit. But normally I wouldn't bring much at all for 0 camping. Fine. Bring 8. Okay. Yeah, and it just takes a second to load. Okay, so this is a request to explore 90% of ruins. I believe that's rounded up. So if we go there, there, there. If we go around the edge. if we go just around the edge of the thing, yeah, if we just go like around here, we're not gonna be penalized for missing one of the rooms. We're actually gonna get all the things available. Okay. So I also want to check our light level. I prefer to stay pretty high light level. So I prefer to stay above 75%. So above 75%, all the buffs are the same. You get the same level stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna want to try a dazzling light. The stun resistance 10, so this is gonna have a 90% chance to stun. I'm gonna get this guy. I critted him. Damn. So whenever you crit someone, you get stress relief on a random amount for a random amount on your different units, as well as you get a special buff, and this buff is specific to each class. So the Vestal, whenever they crit, they will always get this plus 25% healing skill. So that's what the Vestal will always get, that whenever they crit. But what for you? Since you cannot be bled, I'm not gonna open veins against you. I'm just gonna shoot you. And even though you can't. Okay, yeah, even though you can't be bled, this is my only damaging ability for the front row, so I might as well try to attack the front row. Okay, and then okay, so we got some stuff. It's just like a random assortment, and here every so often you run into things you need to use a shovel against. And oh, okay, so how these consumables work is holy water will purge any debuffs, but it can also be used on different like interactable objects. Antivenom also is also everything here can be used on interactable objects, but this cures blights, this clears obstacles, this clears bleeding. So essentially, on my turn, if I am bleeding, like I have a damage over time thing on one of my characters, I can use up one of my bandages to clear that off of my person. And it's one per person, so if I get two people bleeding, I use one bandage. It's only clearing that off of one person. I can also use keys. They allow you to open up compartments on stuff and food. It's just mostly for camping. Okay. Nice. I'm 76%. So when I started this fight, I don't have. Okay. Then so yeah, whenever I will use ability, because throughout this fight, I don't want to have those other things like affecting me, like those negative debuffs. But sometimes they deal damage, like certain enemies, like this enemy in particular, this one on the right, is known for not dealing much health damage, but can deal stress damage. So that's, yeah, that already did 39 stress. You know what, since I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill any individual enemy unless I do particularly well. With like critting them or dealing the high rolling. I'm gonna try to grape shot blast them to make them easier to kill with my other units. Okay, and then yeah, so I'm gonna deal 3 to 5 damage. This is 4 to 6. So this is a 2 out of 3 chance to kill them if it hits. So out of 85, that's about 60. It's like a 55% chance to kill. I mean, there's also crit built in there, but. Okay, I killed.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
For now, I'm going to dazzling light. I'm gonna try to stun you so that you do not deal more stress damage, but that did not work. Alright, that's a good dodge. I'm just gonna smite you. I think it deals extra damage. Yeah, I'm not versus unholy, so that's good. I'm going to shoot you. I'm gonna try to dazzling light you. stun. Wow, that's 75% chance.
Victory.
And also sometimes the enemy can use abilities that will move you around, but we resisted it this time. So that's good. And I just dealt some damage against these guys. It doesn't particularly matter. It'll do 1 damage, but it'll... Oh man, they're resisting everything. Jesus. Alright, you see it crit them. It's like his crit ability is +2 speed on the round. And from battles, you can also get like the different... This is an item that lets you like upgrade the buildings in your town. So you can get this also from battles themselves, from rooms. Okay. Move rooms. Yeah, so sometimes like that was his quirk forcing him to interact.
Gold, trinkets and baubles,
And he just stole it.
paid for in blood.
So I don't know what, you know, he's a kleptomaniac, prone to stealing things. Okay, that's unfortunate. So that's a really bad quirk. That's gonna be one of the ones I try to focus on getting rid of. And somehow we were surprised that round. I don't know how. But I'm gonna have you switch with you so that the Vestal can actually start doing things. So I can get back to the usual positioning that we're in. Dang it, it was a bad miss. I'm gonna have you swap with you. I'm gonna have you party heal. So that we had a little bit of damage on a couple different units, so might as well try to party heal. Does it have good blight resist? No, they actually have terrible blight resist. Actually, I'm gonna try to buff you, because I think you need the damage buff. Because you have extra damage versus Unholy, and the quirk that gives you extra damage when the light is above certain amounts. So as a result, you can usually one-shot people. So he needs the bonus. Actually, I'm gonna try to dazzling light you. So it stunned him. That's good. Stunning is also kind of like a form of healing, if you think about it, kind of. Very good. Killed them. So then I'm going to try to. I'm gonna try to heal a little bit. I mean, I don't really do much, but I healed. I'm gonna try to party heal. Yeah, that was a low roll, but I got some healing out of the way. Dang it. 7 damage. So since he's such low health, I'm gonna want to try to. Actually, it's fine.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Oh god, I think if I holy water here, divine benefit, yeah. And then from now on, if I try to use holy water on this thing, it'll tell me what the effect was. So that I don't have to remember. I mean, it's all in the wiki and stuff, but. Oh, and then every so often there's traps. If you have good enough stats on your people, they can identify when traps are ahead of you, so that you can like try to disarm them instead of just taking the damage.
Art, his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then here, a good fight. Now we finally surprised them. So essentially, we get to move first. So it's not that we get to like skip their turn or anything. It's just that we, get to move first. We get our entire team to move first before they get any amount of movement.
executed with impunity.
So as a result, we killed 2 of their units, which is good. It's a good amount. Stressful incantation. I'm going to do that just to clear the corpse to get him a little closer to the front, so that we're able to. Goddamn, resisting fucking everything, Jesus. Alright, so he will die on his turn. So I might as well try to heal my units as much as possible. So whenever it's his turn, as soon as he starts, he will die because bleeding damage and poison damage is dealt first on the turn. So since this is a special type of chest, so then now we can use a key on it to get extra
laden with loot are often low
stuff.
on supplies.
So this is scouting. Essentially, since we started to move, we can now see what are in the different hallways. And if we hadn't seen the rooms, we could. God damn it! Oh, it contains loot, but yeah, fucking took it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Kleptomania is really bad. That's like only one. That's like one of the only ones that is like really, really bad, but isn't like a combat debuff. Usually the combat debuffs, depending on what they are, it can be bad. But the also whenever you're backtracking or going over an area where you've already been, you don't lose much light. Instead of like 6 or 7 or whatever light per room or per little tick right here in between rooms, it's just 1. So backtracking, but I will say if you do backtrack, sometimes like more enemies can spawn as a result. Please don't, Jesus Christ, thank you for not just stealing everything.
Treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly.
Yeah, we lose 6 around, and every so often you get a hunger check. So if you have the amount of food necessary. Oh, that's why they recommend you bring you food, because hunger checks. I forgot. You eat 4 and you gain 5% health for each, or you eat nothing, you take 20% damage plus stress damage. So instead, I will eat because I have the food. There's no reason not to. I'm gonna continue adventuring. Because yeah, there's a battle that I can have with gold, battle with treasure. And this I'm gonna use a shovel. You can choose to not use a shovel if you don't have one, but you'll take damage and stress damage, I believe. And so like this fight, he is a stress damage dealer. Yeah, okay, I would like to get rid of this guy as soon as God damn it, as I can. I'll try to blight these guys because they both have low blight resist. Start dealing damage over time. I'm gonna try to stun this guy so that he doesn't deal any stun damage, or he doesn't deal any stress damage next round. Okay. I'm gonna try. I don't have the ability to kill him. I can't deal enough damage, but against him, I have an okay chance of killing him. Well, that's whatever. So if I blight these guys once more, the blight will stack, and so I'll probably be able to have them just die next round if I can get the blight to land on both of them. Okay, yeah. I want to I'm not sure you're gonna. Actually, probably both just gonna die from the poison, so I might as well just deal that. Yeah. So next turn, he's gonna take the poison, that damage, and he's definitely gonna die. But this is mainly to kill that last guy. He passed. Oh my god, that's a horrible. What in the actual fuck? That was bad. What's his? I don't know what caused him to skip his turn. Maybe it's imposter syndrome, but that was bad. I'm gonna heal the party since we're all a little bit low.
Compassion is a
The most
rarity
volume
in
of
the
health we can get back is
field
from
of
the
battle.
team heal. Okay,
Great is
he
the
died
weapon
from his
that cuts
turn.
on its own.
Yeah, there we go. Just gonna kill him. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to bleed him, but I can deal some damage. I need to heal myself.
The slow
And he
death,
died.
unforeseen.
Yeah, and also I also get a stun resist if I ever get stunned. So that you can't really get like chain stunned. So let's try to deal some damage. So also one thing I will say, this guy is plus 25% protect, or prot rather, which is protection, essentially that reduces damage dealt to him by 25%. So he's like a tank of sorts. Maybe 5. Okay. So I'm going to I'm just gonna try to heal him. I'm gonna try to.
Sedated.
Do I want to be greedy with this? Nah, I won't be greedy. I won't be too greedy at least. Sometimes if there's just one enemy left,
Be wary.
you can try to like
Triumphant pride
be
precipitates
greedy
a dizzying
and
fall.
whatchamacallit, like wait until you get to your healer and heal up your team a little bit more. But since it's their last fight, there's really no reason to do that, because it doesn't matter if we heal right now. Okay, I'm gonna have you eat 2 food. So you can eat food. That's what I just did. I consumed it, so I gained a little more health to open up my inventory, so the main inventory wasn't too full. And it looks like we got a item. So some items are only available for certain classes. This is gesture only, so it's accuracy and dodge. So that's a relatively good item, but it's like, because it's a positive only, but it doesn't provide a ton. I mean, it's just 4% extra accuracy and 4% extra dodge. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not a ton of stuff. Okay. So essentially at the end, for any unused supplies, you get like some amount of gold back for it. So it's not a complete waste, but and if I hit the next button, it essentially just skips to tell me how much I got of each. So this is all the stuff I collected. Heirlooms wise, this is all the treasures I got, so that just converts to gold. And essentially gems, I believe I said, are just like gold but slightly different. And this is the quest reward. And so these an extra one extra resolve, so they got a little bit of XP. Let's see what quirks we got. Hard takedown, death blow, resist while marked. So essentially, what happens when you would take fatal damage, instead of dying, you have to be at death's door. Essentially, it's a debuff that if you come back from death's door, you have a debuff for the rest of the dungeon. But if you're at that store, you have a % chance to not die whenever you take damage. So essentially, it's a way to not have you guys instantaneously die if they take lethal damage. Essentially, they get 1 freebie, and then possibly more. Depends on how much death blow resist they have. Bleed skill, blight skill, whatever. Healing items, or healing skills while camping. And attentive, plus 10% chance per party surprise. Stress heal received. Okay. Interesting. Return to town. Okay, yeah, that didn't go amazing.
And obsession.
But I think I'm gonna call it there for now. And I'm gonna call it there, because it's gonna be part 2 of the first episode. So together it'll be like an hour long. So if you guys enjoyed the videos, and if you like my sort of content, I recommend giving the video a like and subscribe to my channel. And I would also very much appreciate any positive and or negative feedback down in the comment section down below. And so I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.